while our speaker is frantically brushing their teeth now, to meet us, it's like 2-3 a.m. for them. He is actually a art author and musician and artist. He's a very multi-talented man, and he actually he visited England for 15 years and has seen over 50. So he has quite a lot of experiences that he can share with us. And another thing is that he teaches a lot of workshops in where he is. He teaches about sacred geometry, which is geometry used in religious structures. And he also teaches heart-based consciousness and the tree of life. He now resides in Finland and has authored the book. You can wave to him, I think. Yeah, he authored a book called Puhuvan, Lapset, which means Children of the Speaking Tree. And yeah, I suppose it's up.
Hello, Mr. Martin, Mr. Veli Martin.
Hello, greetings from Finland, where we have lots of snow and more coming all the time. Okay, now still a bit in darkness.
Mr. Martin, yeah, where do I have you with us tonight? So can you see the audience?
Yes, I can see some people there.
Yeah.
And do you hear me properly?
Everyone okay? Yes. Yeah, please give a round of applause to Mr. Veli Martin. Actually, there are some more people over there, but the webcam is a bit, the angle is a bit small. So actually, there are more people over there. So it's not so empty as we see.
Okay. Yeah.
Mr. Martin, do you want me to show your pictures now?
Yes, you can start with the one.
You're just sending.
Yeah, with the tree original.
So, Mr. Martin, you start your presentation by the pictures that you sent me just now.
Yeah. So I'll start with the pictures, and after that we'll show the presentation about the Cropcircle.
Okay. I'll start with the apple tree. Is this the one apple tree?
No, the tree original is a file. That's the name of the file.
Oh, tree original. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
The tree of originals.
Yeah. So now I won't be able to see what picture you are showing, so I'm not sure if you are showing the correct picture, but this is the one that has lots of colors, and it says original tree of life.
Yes, this is the one. Original tree of life.
Yes. So, is it okay for me to start my talk now?
Yes, just hold on. I'll just give the webcam a bit. So I'll put the picture side by side or you do the presentation. That's all about. Okay, I think we got it.
Okay.
Yeah, please restart.
Okay, so it's better that you see the pictures. It's not so important that you see me all the time. But it both works, that's fine. And so what I'm going to do tonight for you is that I'm going to give some pieces of my research, which is about the Tree of Life, the Cropcircles, the Mayan calendar, and then some astronomy. And there will be some pieces of astronomy possibly that is just general information about astronomy and the orbits of the planets and so on. So it's not just that it's how it relates to the Mayan calendar. And I would like to start with a little bit of the Tree of Life. Can you raise your hands if you have heard about the Tree of Life?
Anyone has heard of Tree of Life? I think there's 1, 2, 3.
So not very much. So I will explain it very simply that there's this idea that everything in the universe has a structure, and this structure is in everything we see and everything we experience, and also the way how atoms are arranged and how objects are formed, and also how time proceeds. And so we know that there are cycles of time. We know that there are 4 seasons over the year. We know there are cycles in the longer history. And then we know that there are structures in living creatures, etc. But usually we don't see that the structure behind all these different aspects of life and the universe can all be explained through the Tree of Life philosophy. And with the Tree of Life very closely connected is the concept of sacred geometry. And sacred geometry, again, is very much connected to the Cropcircle phenomenon. So in this picture you are seeing now, this is one way of displaying the original structure, which is made of 7 elements. And in this shape you can see a pew. If you just put a little effort on it, you can see a pew. And then you can see a structure called octahedron, if you know anything about the 3-dimensional geometric objects. And then you can also see a hexagon, which is the 6-pointed polygon. And you can see the 6-pointed star. So very much it's 6-folded geometry, so 6 directions. And then you have one component in the middle, which is the 7th element. And here the 7 elements are very basic stuff for everything in life. We have 7 weeks, we have 7 colors, we have usually 7 tones in a musical scale, and many other things. And here I have marked the kind of basic elements, basic names for the 7 elements. That on the top you have, with the blue color, the so-called Holy Trinity, which comes from the Christian religion, but is also common to many other religions. And this is the heavenly side, which is kind of the in manifest, so the stuff that is on the ideal level. And we can call it the Father and the Spirit and the Son, or we can call it the masculine, the feminine, and the neutral creative energies. And then in the lower portion we have the 3 earthly elements of water, air, and earth. as they are known in the Western culture. In Asia, they are called with slightly different names, but I see that they are still connected to the same idea. And in the middle, we have the most powerful element, which is the element of fire. And the color of fire is bright green. And now you can change to the picture that is called days and nights. Yes, days and nights.
Days and nights. Let me try.
So in this picture,
7 days and 6 nights.
Yes, exactly. So here you can see that we have 7 spheres, 7 elements which are marked with white, and then between these 7 we have 6 center points or 6 spaces between. So this is how we get from this geometrical structure, we get the idea of 7 days and 6 nights. And this makes 13 periods altogether. And the Mayan Indians, who were masters of time and researching calendars and structure of time, for them this 13 part system was very sacred. So they used cycles of 13 parts, and they can be seen as 7 days and 6 nights. And this goes together with the idea of the Bible, the Christian Bible, which says, or actually originally it's a Jewish Bible, because it's in the Old Testament, where it says that the universe was created in 7 days and 6 nights, which is completely in harmony with the Mayan view of time. Then you can switch, wait a minute. Yes, what I can show you also here is three-dimensional objects which I have here in my hand now. You can see it.
Yes.
And this is what I have constructed myself out of these children's building blocks, which are very nice to play with. And this is called dodecahedron. And this is a very special three-dimensional object that also has 13 elements in it, because it is made of 12 pentagonal shapes, so 12 faces that have all 5 corners. This is the pentagon. There's 12 of those plus the middle, the space in the middle, and that makes 13. This is a shape that cannot be directly seen in the tree of life picture I showed you, but this is a shape that, in a way, we are now creating. It's like an archetypical idea what this shape represents. You don't need to understand this very much, because I'm not going very deeply into this, but this anyway is a very important three-dimensional object that also eventually comes from the same geometry as the tree of life.
So, Mr. Martin, this shape is very important to us, to humankind.
Yes, it is the shape that at this time we are now living is the very crucial shape, because it displays new patterns. But I will come to this later. Now you can see the picture called Chakra Woman.
Chakra woman.
Yes.
Okay, I got a picture here. Chakra woman 2, is it? Number 2. Chakra woman 2.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I'm showing the picture now.
Yes, good. So here we have the tree of life as it appears in the human body. If we look into the Eastern tradition, where especially in India, but it has also come very much to the Western world, that we see that in the human body there are 7 main energy points, energy centers, that are usually displayed in a vertical row, but they can also be seen so that these vertical elements are projected from a 3-dimensional shape, which again is the tree of life with its 7 elements. So above we have the tree, and below we have another tree, and in the middle we have the green element, which is the fire, and which is the heart center of the human being, here in the middle of the chest. And now what you can see here is that I have divided the heart part in the center into 2 spheres. And this is because what is very essential for the history of and the evolution of the human experience of reality is that the tree of life was broken. And before the tree of life was broken, everything was completely perfect, everything was in balance, everything was in harmony. There was no separation between day and night. It was just harmony, which again in the biblical terms is called paradise. But next you can show the picture apple tree.
Apple tree.
So
yeah, apple tree. We got it now.
Yeah, apple tree.
Yes, I'm displaying apple tree.
Yeah, on the left you have something that says the tree of good and bad knowledge. So originally there was just a tree that was balanced and it was beautiful and it was the tree of paradise. But then the middle apple, which is the central element of fire, was broken. And in the biblical story, which is very familiar in the Western world, and probably you also know something about it in Asia, the apple tree story goes so that there are 2 characters in paradise called Adam and Eve, and they are forbidden to eat the apple in the middle of the tree. But yet they eat it, and then the apple becomes 2 parts of the apple. It's split into 2, and the other part becomes the good knowledge, and the other part becomes bad knowledge. And also we can see that it's the good knowledge becomes the God, and the bad knowledge becomes the earth. And here also the idea of 7 and 6 continues, that 7 lights and 6 nights, or 7 days and 6 nights. And in the middle is the world of the human being now, who is balancing between the dark and the light, and trying to find a balance between the 2 forces that have separated from each other. And essentially it is the separation of the feminine and masculine archetypes, which in the Bible are called Eve and Adam. Now what is very interesting is that this structure, both the original structure and then the broken structure, are repeated everywhere on all levels of evolution and time. And what really happens is that the lower part of the tree, which is the lower 4 apples, they particularly go out of balance. They kind of fall out of the tree, and the connection to the higher elements and the higher chakras, the energy centers, is more or less lost. And now you can go to the next picture, which is the tilted axis.
Yes, we got a picture now.
So in this picture, you see the Earth on the lower part, and it represents the physical body of the Earth, which we see and feel, a materialistic physical body, and which has lost also the connection to its spiritual body, which is the higher portion. And as a result, this is the way how I see it, that the Earth axis has tilted 23 degrees, when originally it was completely vertical. And when it was vertical, there was no seasons, there was no winter and summer separately, but it was kind of a spring time all the time, all the year, so there was no reason to count years. It was just the present moment, but everything is blooming, everything is, the plants are producing food all the time. The animals don't need to fight with each other because there's plenty of food, because it's the springtime all the time. So this was the paradise when the Earth axis was vertical. But when the Earth axis tilted, we got the winter and summer idea, when we have a dark period and we have a light period, and where we have a time when things are growing better and a time when things are not growing so much, especially when you get close to the poles. And majority of the people of the world live on the northern hemisphere, the northern half of the Earth, where the summer and winter change is very dominating. And if we look at the traditional Christian stories of different cultures, one thing they have in common is that originally there was no seasons. And also another thing they have in common is that there is a tree, a big tree. It is the tree of life, or the universal tree, the world tree, that is a picture of the universal structure. And another thing they have in common is that at some point there was a great flood on Earth. A great flood that affected everywhere on the Earth, where water flowed all over the country, or the land, and it was a big destruction. And my belief is that this happened, the great flood, because the Earth tilted, and then also the North Pole, the ice on the North Pole very suddenly started to melt, which caused the water levels to rise very quickly, and caused lots of tsunamis, and caused the so-called ice age to end. And this was the time where the imbalance was brought, and also the seasons was brought into Earth, and humanity fell into the battle between good and evil, or light and darkness. Are you following me so far?
Yes. Yes. So, is everyone understand the tree of life and chakra system? Anyone heard of chakra? So, anyone heard about chakras here? So, I know a few of them know about chakra, but I'm not sure about the rest.
Yeah.
Mr. Martin, you want to continue for the secret geometry, or will or we shall go on to the Italian Cropcircles?
Yes, there's one more picture here you have shown, which goes to the Italian Cropcircle, and this is the imbalanced solar system picture.
The imbalanced tree of life.
This imbalanced tree of life.
Yes. Yeah, I got the picture now.
So this picture now is very essential because it shows the tree of life structure in our solar system in the way it is currently, when the solar system itself has also broken into two parts. So on the top portion we have the 4 gas planets, the big gas planets, which are kind of the spiritual world: Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and Jupiter. And in the lower part we have the 4 solid planets, the small solid planets, which are Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Earth. And between these two levels we have the asteroid belt, which is made of small fragments of something that was originally there but was broken into small pieces. So in the solar system we can see that there's been a destruction that divided the solar system into 2 parts, which follows what happened to the tree of life on all other levels. And this imbalanced state caused the orbits of the lower planets to change, so that Mars went into a new orbit, and Earth, in my idea, is that Earth only existed after the breaking of the solar system. Before there was only 3 solid planets, but Earth was a result of the big collision that happened in the center area where Jupiter and the asteroid belt are now. And this is at the same time also a picture of a human body with the chakra system. So Mars, planet Mars, is our solar plexus chakra, which is located here in the upper stomach, and is now the fire element, when originally it was the fire element was supposed to be in the heart. But the fire element has gone out of orbit, and it has become the element of war because it is in the wrong place. And if I put it simply, we can say that this is kind of the cause for all fighting and war in the solar system and on Earth, after the Earth axis also was tilted and the imbalance came to Earth. So now the purpose of mankind is to experience this state of imbalance, the battle between good and evil, and come to a conclusion where the battle ends and we find our way back to our heart center, and we fix the imbalance that is in the heart, and then you also fix the imbalance with the lower planets, the lower chakras. So now we can move to the presentation of the Santana Cropcircle.
So before we move to the next presentation, anyone have any questions for Mr. Martin? Yeah, there's someone.
Hi, good day, Mr. Martin. Thank you for coming over to speak to us. I just want to ask a question. I find it fascinating that among the arrangement in this balanced tree of life, that Saturn is actually at the very top of this arrangement. Do you have like any explanation for that? Thank you. My name is Tushara.
Okay. Thank you for your question. Here, with this picture of the solar system, it's not so essential in which order the planets are in the top and the lower portion. but there is a reason why I have to put Saturn on the top. And one reason is that Neptune and Uranus are seen as a pair, where Neptune is the feminine planet of mystery and the subconscious, and Uranus is the planet of the air element and the masculine, more active planet. So they are the two opposite. So in this pattern, the left side is the feminine part, and the right side is the masculine. Jupiter is close to the middle of the solar system structure, so it belongs towards the center of the tree of life. So the only remaining place for Saturn is on the top. There's another reason which is based on anthroposophy, which was the philosophy developed by Rudolf Steiner. Steiner said that Saturn was the original planet where the evolution of mankind on the spiritual level came to the solar system. So this is also one reason why Saturn is on top. But this is not very important. Important is to see that the 4 gas planets are the top half, and the 4 solid planets are the lower.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. Now, we will move on to the Italian Cropcircles.
Yes. So now what I will do, I will play this presentation here on my own computer, and you need to change the slides rather fast, because there's lots of stuff happening, so that we keep up with each other. You understand?
Yes. Just hold on for look the. Okay. I think there's two different slides here.
Yes, because the other one is in OpenOffice and the other one is in PowerPoint. So you should open if it works, the OpenOffice version is the original, so that would be the better. So they are just in a different format. It might be difficult to see which is which. I see it so that when I just put the mouse over the file, then it shows what format the file is.
Okay, but we can't see your face. We have a full screen of the slide over here.
Okay.
So I'm now on the first slide, harmonizing the solar system.
Yes. Okay. So this is you have 1961, 2013, and this will be explained during the presentation why we have these two. So now move to the next slide.
The next slide. The next slide is the. Okay, I saw Cancer constellation.
Okay, then you have already moved too far, but.
Okay, the first word that appeared is 17 June 2012, Santana, Italy.
So I have marked the dates in this hour way, so it is 17/6/2012 means 17th of June in 2012. This is the date when this Cropcircle appeared.
Yes.
And now you get a picture of the Cropcircle, and on the left side a picture, an astronomical picture that shows the Cancer constellation and the Sun and the Mercury. Do you see that?
No, image is not showing. Just use the one here.
Oh, okay. I think Mr. Martin just on. I think the picture is not showing up.
And when you continue the picture should move, the back picture should move to the right, so that you can compare.
Okay, I finally got the picture. Okay, yeah, because of the words, sorry, the PowerPoint that I'm using is the other one. So actually now we have the picture of the starting Cropcircle. So
Yes.
So moving on to the next slide, we have the solar system next. Sorry, the Cancer constellation next to the Cropcircle.
Okay, so you can compare that the Cropcircle is pointing to a certain time when the Sun and Mercury were on both sides of the Cancer constellation on the sky. And this happens actually a few times. It happens in 61, it happens in 87, it happens in 2013, and a few other years during the past 50, 60 years. But the best matches are these, and there's also many other reasons why I think the date on 61 is correct here. But now we can continue to picture where you see a yellow and a gray circle.
Yes, yellow and a gray circle.
Yes, and then you press again, and then if everything works, you see the gray circle go around the Sun. And then you get the date 5th of February 1962.
Yeah, we saw 1962, 5th of February.
Yes. So now we come to the first alignment of little spheres, which are planets also. So there's 6 planets in a row, and then if you move forward, you will get a picture, an astronomical picture, which shows
I got
February 1962. We have Earth, Moon, Mercury, Sun, Venus, and Jupiter in a straight line. And because Moon is between Earth and Sun, it is a solar eclipse. And this is one of the major astronomical alignments during the past 50 years. And then we just move on. Next, we go and look at the orbits we have in the middle of the Cropcircle. And you can see this presents the 4 planets: Earth, Mercury, Venus, and Mars.
Yes, we have the picture now, we have that slide now.
Yes. When we have these planets in a certain position, we can check with an astronomy program when was the date when the planet were exactly in this position. And now many researchers have found that there are 2 dates that this works. And the first one is when you move press again,
Okay.
picture of the planets,
Yes.
and it gives 3 red lines.
Yes.
And this date that works here is the 26th of April in 1962, when Earth, Venus, and Mars form a triangle like this. So now you may be wondering, what is so important about 61 and 62? Get this soon. Now we move to the next slide, where the whole Cropcircle is turned over as a mirror image.
Yeah, we got the slide now.
Now if we look at it as a mirror image, we can see it the other way around. Now we move and show again the Cancer constellation with the Sun and Mercury.
Okay.
And we get the date of 6th of August in 2013, where again Sun and Mercury are on both sides of the Cancer constellation. And then next, again we can see Mercury going round the Sun, and this time it is backwards in time because it rotates clockwise, which is backwards. And it is exactly one orbit of the Mercury backwards that takes us to the date 10th of May 2013. And this, now you just try to keep on with me.
Yes, it's, actually I had a slide now.
And if you press the next one, you get a picture of another alignment of planets.
Yes.
And this is a similar alignment that was in 62, but now we have Mars, Mercury, Sun, Moon, Earth, and Saturn, and again the solar eclipse. And this is very much a mirror of the date in 62. Not just that it is a mirror as a picture that the lighting is mirrored, but also the planets are mirrored, so that well, I will show that later again, but also the planets are reversed in this alignment. Next, we go and look at the inner planets' positions, which we find when we go backwards. And we have another alignment, not an alignment, but a triangle made of Earth, Venus, and Mars, which is exactly the same as before, but now it is a mirror image. And this now brings us to the date 21st of December 2012, which is tomorrow. And I will be giving the same presentation, a short version of this tomorrow in Finland.
In Finland.
So what you can now see that this is a very complete match, because not only the planets are in the right positions, but if you look at the orbit of Mercury, the smallest orbit around the Sun, you can see that it's not completely centered, but the Sun is not, it's a bit higher up on the Mercury orbit. And in the astronomical picture on the black background, you can see that this is exactly how it is tomorrow, or actually already today, because it is 2 or 3 days when the same pattern exists. So now, at this moment, we are already in a position where these 3 inner planets are in a triangle, and Mercury is exactly between Venus and the Sun. And then next.
Now at the slide that shows 24th August 1987. Inner planets alignment.
And now you should have 26th of April 1962 in the picture.
Yes.
And a bit more to the left.
Yes, we got that.
Okay, so now you should get so that you have 2 planet pictures on both sides.
Yes, actually we got 3 planets. Well, a bit fast.
Yeah, okay, so now you can move where you have 3 planet pictures. So on the left you have the date in 62, on the right you have the date tomorrow, and exactly, I mean exactly to the day in the middle is another alignment which has 5 planets which is the inner planets in a straight row, and this was on the 24th of August in 1987. So this is in the middle of these two dates that the Cropcircle is showing. And then we move to the next one, and again you get the picture of Cancer and Sun and Mercury on the left.
Yes, the one in 1987.
1987, yes. So this is again a very good match for the same, that is on the left side in the Cropcircle. And this is actually the best match ever, how the Sun and Mercury are on both sides. And additionally, Venus is exactly in the center of the Cancer constellation. So here is a very, very much important seems to be in the time which is August in 1987. If you move on, now we are showing what happened in 1987, which was, by the way, for me, it was a time when I was in a very big crisis, because I had to start learning some new ideas about life, and I understand that many other people also had hard times in 87, 88. But on the 16th and 17th of August 87, there was the first ever global meditation, peace meditation project called the Harmonic Convergence, which was arranged by Mr. Jose Arguelles. And this was based on the Mayan calendar ideas. And now this Cropcircle shows that this harmonic convergence was in the middle of these dates, these important dates. So now I think we have not much time left, so we have to go fast forward.
Yes, sorry, Mr. Martin, I think we're short on time. We'll just fast forward a bit.
So next picture, we have a picture of Mercury, Venus, and Mars, and Sun. And you can see that Venus takes 584 days to return to its position, seen from the Earth. And Mars takes 780 days. This is the average. It changes a bit, but this is the average. The next picture, we see the Venus and Mars move around. And when Venus makes 4 cycles and Mars makes 3 cycles, they are almost the same time. And this is why in 6.4 years, both Venus and Mars return to approximately the same place where they were before. Do you understand?
I think it's a bit complicated.
Okay, it means that
it's very complicated.
Venus cycles matches 3 Mars cycles. It is not important for you to understand it, but just as an idea, because now we have to move on to the next slide. Now you should see a text. 2 of these Mars-Venus rounds take 4,680 days.
Yes.
And the next 4,680 days is 18 Zolkins and 13 Tuns.
Yes. Actually, let me explain this a bit. The Zolkin and Puun are actually measure measurements for the Mayan calendars. Okay, Mr. Martin, please continue.
Yeah, they are the very important Mayan calendar elements. And the big cycles are made of these. So this is a time when these two calendars are synchronized. And also, in the Mayan number system and the Mayan calendar system, the most important numbers are 30, 18, and 20. So when you multiply 30, 18, and 20, you get exactly this number, 4,600. And then we go to the next slide, we go back to the Cropcircle, and we show again the alignment in 1962.
The one with the red line?
Can see an orange line there.
Yes. Sorry, Mr. Martin, I think we're breaking up. Okay, please continue.
Okay, so now you just press so that you can see the red lines.
Yeah, we've got the red lines now. The 7 red lines.
You get these the years from 1968 to 2006. And then finally you get the date in 2013. So you can see that the Cropcircle shows a series of inner planets alignments 7 times between the first and the last date.
Yes. So Martin, maybe you wish to talk about the importance of 21st December. What does it?
Yes, so we go over a bit. We can go skip a bit so that because we have little time.
Yes, sorry about it. Anyway, actually we're a bit short of the time.
Yes, okay. So now you just go forward till you get the picture where you have the Cropcircle, which is changed over on both sides. You have the Cancer, and then you get lots of different pictures of planet positions. You can move all the way until you get the 21st of December 2012 with green letters.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I got the slide now. So
we have 3 cycles that are slightly different from 61 to 2013, and then we have from 62 to 2012. And these 3 cycles are also slightly different lengths with each other, but they are pointed by the different elements of the Cropcircle. And now what is essential here is that in all these pairs, the beginning and the end date, Mars and Venus change places as seen from the Earth. And if you look at the dates in 1962 and 21st of December, which is tomorrow, you can see that the inner planets are in a mirror position. But also that where Jupiter was before, now in that exactly the same direction, there is Saturn. So not only Mars and Venus change places, but also Jupiter and Saturn change places. And now if you remember in the beginning I was talking about how the planets correspond to the energy points in our body. Now what is happening in the planets is happening also in our body that the two opponents of Mars and Venus, which are the male and female, and the Jupiter and Saturn, which are the opposites on the high spiritual level, they both are changing places, so making a very perfect symmetry, a new kind of balance. During these 52 years we have passed right now. So I hope you understand the basic idea here. And then we can move to the last slides where you have all the text, where I kind of sum up all this stuff. We have the green text with the space in the background.
Yes. The one saying that 21st December 2012 is a mirror pair of 26 April 1962.
And the next it says, in between there is a very rare sequence of 7 straight alignments of all the inner planets. And as I said, when the tree of life went out of balance, it was especially the lower planets, the inner planets, that were out of balance. But now they have been aligned 7 times, and 7 is the essential figure in the tree of life. Next, into the yellow text, it says that in these 2 days, Mars and Venus swap places symmetrically, but also Jupiter and Saturn swap places symmetrically. And next, with the white text, Earth, Venus, and Mars return into a regular triangle. So the inner planets, the 3 major inner planets, come into a balance because they are in a triangle. And what I haven't mentioned yet, but you may have heard earlier, in this time, in the winter solstice, the Sun is aligned with the center of the galaxy. And although this has happened for some 15 years already, it is something that only happens once in 26,000 years, which is the greatest cycle we go through. And finally, on the lower part, it says that on both sides of these dates, the most important Mayan cycle is the Sol, the Tun, and the half. The half is the normal solar year, 364 days. They are synchronized with these major planetary alignments. So what we have here, which is harmonized, is astrology, it is the Mayan calendar system, it is the planet system. They all are very symmetrically aligned during these 52 years, and 52 years for the Mayans was a very important time. And then the next page. This is a good point to complete this. It says that the 52-year period completes with a planetary alignment and solar eclipse on the 10th of May next year, 2013. And there's a picture of that alignment.
So, Mr. Martin, can we say that actually the new age doesn't complete until 2013?
Yes, and this is what many others also say, that winter solstice 2012 is one part of this, but it will unfold more thoroughly next year. Because then the date in August 2013 is when the whole system of the Cropcircle comes to an end in the 6th and 7th of August 2013. And then you can again see that Venus is on the left, Mars is on the right. So, and in the first one, it was the other way around.
Mr. Martin, I think we are running short on time. May I have some questions for the audience?
Yes, we can.
Any questions from the audience? Mr. Martin, may I just ask you what's your opinion on 21st December? Whether any significant, like anything will happen tomorrow? That's a question both are quite interested to know.
Well, definitely it won't be the end of the world. Tomorrow is a day when we should concentrate on very positive and balanced thoughts and intentions to take our consciousness into the harmonizing of the planetary system and the galactic system, when our solar system is harmonizing with the galactic center. So it's very good to just tune into this situation and be in a very peaceful manner and for example, send loving and beautiful thoughts to your friends and family and to the world. And like it has been previously with these planetary alignments and stuff, it doesn't mean that something big happens on the Earth at the physical level, because the physical changes always come slower. They come after what happens in the consciousness. But I do believe that next year, in 2030, there will be very big changes in the world, especially in the financial and political areas, and people will, the old systems will really start go down as they are already going down.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Martin. So if the audience have any question, they will go to our website and they just email their question to you directly.
Yes, that is fine.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Martin. Thank you very much for having a time with us. I wish you a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, you too, and I hope you have a pleasant evening and a pleasant turn of the cycle tomorrow, 21st September.
Thank you.
Okay.
So, bye-bye. Out of the conference now.